the matter?
They're all dead. I came home and they're all dead.
Whereabouts are you?
Every street.
What, every street?
65 every street. They're all dead.
Who's all dead?
My family, they're all dead. Hurry up.
Okay. Every street that runs off Somerville Street?
Yes.
Your last name?
Bain.
Bain. Okay. We're on our way.
Hurry up.
Okay, Mr. Bain?
Hurry up.
Yeah, we'll be there very shortly.
Someone's alive? We just got here. Right, let's take a look.
Liz, mate. Nip back to the car. Grab revolvers for these boys.
Hey, mate, can you open the door for us?
I can't. My dad.
Where's your dad, mate?
He's in there.
Murray.
Shit.
They're all dead.
How many are in the house, mate?
Five.
There's a body in here.
Easy, boy, easy.
Southerlies dying out, a maximum of 17. Christchurch becoming fine, moderate northeasterlies developing at 18. And Dunedin fine, moderate westerlies with a maximum of 15 degrees. That's Radio New Zealand news and weather too.
David?
Oh, morning, Mr. Mitchell.
mind not coming right up onto my porch? It sets my Boris off.
Oh, sorry, I won't do it again.
Oh, you're a good boy.
Oh, morning. How's your run?
Not too bad. Thanks. Should probably take Mum a coffee. Mum? Mum, are you awake?
I had a powerful dream. Oh, so vivid. My heart's still racing. Here. Feel my heart.
I put on the washing.
Did you separate the woolens?
Yeah.
There were 3 locked boxes. The 3 energies of the universe. That could be it. Was your father still here? Yeah, every time he goes off to Tari without a care in the world, I have to clear the house of Satan. Listen to me, David. I need time this morning to think and interpret. Because something is changing. And we have to be prepared.
Laniet, Mum said you have to get ready for school.
I want to buy my lunch today.
I already made you some.
Use up the blackberry jam.
I don't want jam sandwiches again.
Listen to your brother.
Hurry what? It's 8 o'clock.
Sandwiches every day.
Yo, I've got some perfectly good sandwiches here.
Got any money?
No. Bye.
Where are you going?
Meeting some friends.
Well, who's that?
Just friends, David.
David doesn't know what they are.
Yeah, well, I've actually got heaps of friends. Mum doesn't count. Stephen. Oh, don't forget your trumpet.
Tell Stephen he's got a trumpet lesson.
Yeah, I already did.
Leave those, Dave. Come and talk to me. Do you remember New Guinea? How we all looked out for each other? We were a village, and we kept each other safe. There was so much love. No one had to carry the weight all on their own. God wants me to tear this house down completely and start again. It'll be our own village. A very special place.
Right.
A sanctuary of peace and safety.
What about Dad?
What about him?
Or is he going to be a part of this?
Well, that's up to your father. He can choose to be clear of evil, of Bel. It's his choice.
I've always been a rover, summer and winter
your weekend?
Very pleasant. Margaret's been a bit crook.
Still. But you're okay?
Can't complain, Darlene.
It must be hard on the family, you being away most of the week.
Oh, I like the peace and quiet.
Something's going on.
Whoa, a possum. Sir, there's a possum.
Oh, dear. Let's have a look.
Right, come on, everyone. Come on, inside.
Morning, Robin. Darlene called, said you had a possum. Oh, bugger. It's only an air rifle, but should do the trick. As long as you get it right between the eyes. My boy shoot him in the orchard.
Oh, yeah. I know. They just can't have it eating the garden. The kids have put too much effort into it.
Yeah, they have indeed. Yeah, I'll do it. You might want to look away. Oopsie! Missed the spot. I have to do it again.
Right. Here we go. It's the Baines against the world. After all uttered a welcoming bell, Isle of my heart, my own one. Tell me, O lands of the Orient gay, speak of the riches and joys of Cathay. Aye, but it's grand to be waking each day, to find myself nearer to Isla, and it's westering home and a song in the air.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Make love, not war.
Thank you.
Dad, Laniet's hooking all the meat.
I'm not.
Stephen, it's clearly you that's hooking all the meat. Come on. No, fighting.
You have
Laniet,
enough.
don't look at me like that.
Oh my God, okay, don't be rude.
You're not having any, Mum?
What's this? Fat and gristle. That's all you've left me. There's no meat. None. Satan is working through all of you. Selfish. Just so selfish.
Well, you've gone to all this trouble to prepare this lovely meal. Let's just calm it down and enjoy it.
I will not calm down when you won't even admit what is wrong.
There's nothing wrong.
How can you say that?
Fuck this.
Laniet, sit down.
Well, have you got nothing to say?
Actually, I might go study. Yeah, have mine. Not hungry. Stephen.
What? Stephen. Are you leaving or not, Robin? Well, I'm not going to sit here a minute longer.
You do what you like, Margaret. I'm not going anywhere.
Good morning. How are you feeling, Mum?
Well, it's the headaches that are the worst. Come here. I was just looking at some old movies your dad made from B&G. Look at you kids. That was Laniet's birthday party.
Yeah. I remember so much jelly and ice cream and cake.
And you on your old motorbike.
Okay, David. Good luck.
Yeah, we didn't even have to wear helmets back then.
It was different then. There was more time. I'd be out with the local women. They were so in touch with the land and the spirit world. Outside these curtains, no one thinks about me. No one cares that I've been lying here sick for weeks. No one's offered me so much as a glass of water.
I care, Mum.
There's nothing for it. I have to get myself well. The body knows how to cure itself. You have to fight fire with fire.
Hey, who's having fun?
Oh, thank you, darling.
Oh, gentlemen, listen, I pray, though I own that my heart has been ranging. Of nature, the laws I obey, for nature is constantly changing. The moon in her phases is found, the tide in the wind and the weather. The months in succession come round, and you don't find 2 Mondays together.
That was lovely. Very good, David. Now, do we think this is the best key for you?
I don't know.
Well, let's drop it down a little. That way we can hear that lovely timbre you have. What's the matter? Well, you can't hide anything from me, David. You're out of sorts.
What if I don't get the part?
Why wouldn't you?
I wanted to get the sheet to write my name down for the defendant, and they said that it was full.
They were just teasing. Shows you're popular. Come here. Let's try that again, from the top.
Oh, gentlemen, listen, I pray, though I own that my heart has been ranging. Of nature, the laws I obey, for nature is constantly changing.
You know what, Barbara? My voice is perfect for the defendant. They'd be silly not to cast me. Mum thinks that I should be getting singing coaching, which, I mean, would be worth it in the long run if I want to go professional. What do you think?
Oh, kind of focusing on what we're doing here. Cross country's in a few weeks.
Well, I can get you tickets to the show, if you want to bring some friends.
What's that for?
Trial by jury. It'll be heaps of fun.
Okay, I'll think about it.
The learned judge, Alison. Your understudy will be Jenny. The plaintiff, Gail. Yes. With understudy, Simone. And the defendant, Richard.
Yes.
With understudy, Alistair.
Understudy.
Settle. And the usher, David.
He just tells the audience where to sit.
It's the court usher. He's got a big part and a solo.
That's right, David. The chorus and the smaller roles will be posted on the board along with the rehearsal schedule. Well done, everybody. Well done.
Are you okay? You totally should have gone the defendant.
There's always next time.
And David?
I've got it, Uncle.
You right?
Yeah.
You lifting?
Yes.
We just got ourselves a new one. Your auntie said that she didn't think...
No, that's right. Yes, I said I didn't think that you had a microwave. Have you?
Oh, no.
Oh, well, they come in handy, let me tell you.
Where do you want it?
I don't know.
When you're ready, David. They're not light. Here.
Oof. Oh, here you are. I thought you'd been sick. Oh. You going to Mum's in the weekend?
Well, it is my turn. Not that she ever thanks me for it. Oh, honestly, Jan. Oh, these hot flushes. Oh. And I can't lose a pound. And the headaches, well, something for you to look forward to.
What are you planting?
Nashi pears.
Nashi what?
Pears. They're Japanese.
Oh, never heard of them.
They are going to be the next big thing. I'm planting an entire orchard, eventually.
Well, you always have such big plans.
Shall I tell you my latest? The house is coming down. All of it.
How goes the job hunting?
I think I should probably just take Mum and Auntie Jan a cup of tea.
Sit down, David. Sit. It's been a while since you dropped out of uni.
Yeah. I'm thinking of going back.
Was that an option? Well, my understanding was you bombed out completely. Well, it's nothing to be ashamed of. University isn't for everyone.
Mum and Dad wanted me to study zoology.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm not really into science. It's not really my thing, but I'm gonna do music.
Music? What sort of job's that gonna get you? You can't spend your whole life on the dole.
I'm happy the way things are.
I've asked around. There's a job going at a petrol station. Forecourt attendant.
No thanks.
Why not?
Mum's done so much for us. She needs me.
Right, we press return. Good. Now, who wants to write their name at the bottom of the message?
Me.
Jean, over to you.
Thank you, sir.
We've been sending messages out on Firenet and we've had replies from all over. America.
I'm glad you understand computers. This came for you. Is everything all right?
I applied for a new position. Larger school, closer to town, but... Oh. No, everyone will get a turn. What have you written for me, Jean?
Bye, Jean.
Hi, Jean. That's a good start, isn't it? Off you go.
Ah, how was your week?
Boring. I asked Mum for some new jeans, and she said no, like always, but I thought that you could buy them for me.
Yeah, we'll see. Is your mother at home?
She's in one of her moods again.
Yeah.
She's always on my case.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Afternoon. I'll just...
Robin, sit down. Let's talk. We need to set our minds to finding somewhere else to live while the new house is being built.
Is that practical?
The sanctuary is my dream, Robin. It's what God wants. Why can you not see it?
Can we afford it?
I'm the one who invests the money. If it were left up to you, we would be living under a bridge. What happened to us? We used to be so sure of ourselves. I had a career, musical potential. Everyone said so. Ever since we came back, I feel like nothing's gone right.
Oh, well.
Is that the best you can do? Ah, well. You know, we wouldn't even be having this conversation if you'd shown a scrap more ambition. If you had really tried.
I have tried.
You're 57 years old and you're working in a tiny little school in the middle of nowhere.
Applying for jobs all over the place. No one will have me.
Well, why am I not surprised? Why would anybody want you?
Well, you could go back to teaching. You could contribute.
I do contribute. I work hard on this family and on myself. You never touch me.
Beg your pardon?
You never show me the slightest bit of affection or love. I am lonely.
You banished me from the house. You said I was infected with evil.
Because you are. You are the devil's son.
Your plans are just too unrealistic, Margaret. In the pines where the sun never shines, and you shiver when the cold wind blows. My darling, darling, what have I done to make you treat me so?
Now, let's see what you've done to that leg of yours. Sorry, David, but we have to get in there, don't we? What if it's not God speaking to me at all? Should we give up? Just sell the house?
No, you can't give up.
Well, if your father won't agree to pay for it, then I might have to.
It's like you say, things are sent to test us. And we overcome.
You're right. Of course you are. We shall overcome.
Guys, the family meeting. Laniet. Arawa. We got a family meeting.
What's it about?
You'll find out. Stephen, we've got a family meeting. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. Laniet!
Next thing, I was spewing, someone was holding my hair back, and after that, I don't remember anything. Not yet. You are so bad. Yeah. If you only knew. Knew what?
Laniet!
What? Fuck, David, don't do that.
There's a family meeting.
Pass.
Unless you want me to tell Dad about you smoking.
Such a bastard.
Where's my room? There you are. You have your own little courtyard. It'll be a sanctuary, a place of spiritual growth, a garden of peace. And look, the roof has a dome so we can sit out under the stars at night.
Is that my room?
It could be.
Oh, we're gonna be nervous. Where's Dad's room? What's going on? Where's his room?
Well, your father still has to decide if he's going to be a part of our dream or not.
But he has to be.
Hello.
Dad.
What is it? What's going on?
We're having a family meeting, that's all.
Put up with a lot, Margaret. No, I will not let you throw me out of my own home or turn my children against me.
I think you're doing that yourself quite
Margaret?
successfully. Well, David and Arawa are good, but Laniet is full of bell, just like her father.
Just shut up, Margaret! Just be quiet. What happened to the Jesus of love and compassion who died for our sins? What are you going to stop this nonsense? Bell, the devil.
God talks to me.
Well, you know what I think about that.
Well, you like it or not, Robin, he talks to me. He has plans for me.
I'm going down to the hole in the wall to pay the credit card.
Now, we're talking.
If we don't pay it tonight, we'll incur interest.
Robin! Robin, we need to talk. Robin. God told me you have to leave this place and never come back.
I already stay outside like the poor relation. Isn't that enough? Where would I go, Margaret? Tell me that. Where?
You have to let me go.
Why are you doing this? I'm too old. I'm too frightened to start all over again. I'm terrified of what you'll do to the children. I've been patient, Margaret. But you need to get it into your head. I'm never leaving. I want us to be a loving couple again.
Mum. Are you okay? Mum. What's wrong?
This is between your father and me.
All right. You take that door. I'll go this way.
We've got another body down here.
Four bodies.
He said there were 5. Pretty sure.
Christ. All right. Let's check again.
What do you reckon we're looking at? Dunno. Murder-suicide? This bloke flips out, takes out his family and then himself.
Well, what about him?
It's lucky he wasn't home at the time, I'd say.
What's that?
Oh, fuck me. This one's just a kid.
Looks like you put up a hell of a fight.
right there, mate? Oh, shit. Blackhead! Come on, let's get you out of there. They're coming to get me. It's all right. They're coming.
I need some help. Can we get the ambos in here?
Yeah, go get them. Should be safe enough now.
Just relax. It's all right. Blackhead! Blackhead! My father is dead, isn't he?
Sorry, David.
This is family money.
It's money I earn.
You don't listen!
Casey! Casey!
No hurry, David. But it's important to find out what happened in the house.
The new series Black Hands, next Sunday on 1.
No hurry, David. But it's important to find out what happened in the house while your memories are clear. Take your time, David.
His vitals appear normal.
Casey! 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 They're coming! They're coming!
My father is dead, isn't he? I saw him.
Sorry, David. Your mum and your dad are dead. Excuse me, David. It won't be long.
Is this gonna hold me up for long? The next week or so?
It's likely.
It's just in a play. Oedipus Rex. We're in rehearsals at the moment. I paid to bring the producer.
Hey, Darren, have you heard of Opera Life? It's great. We put on shows and we learn the ropes and everything to do with music theatre, basically.
I don't know if my voice is good enough.
Oh, well, I can help you. Look, you'll love it. It's all jinx and jokes, so... yeah, give me the pen. Call me and I will introduce you.
David. You were in fine voice tonight. Very strong.
Thanks. I'm thinking of going back to varsity. I want to do music and classics.
Well, might be a bit more up your alley than science. Music papers can be tough going. You'll need to get on top of reading music.
Yeah, I know. I'm only doing 2 papers, so I can stay on the dole and still help Mum.
Sounds like you've got it all figured out.
Is everything all right? I heard Laniet...
Of course it's not all right. I told her she had to stay at home tonight and she went out anyway. That girl is out of control.
I'll have a word to her.
What good is that going to do, Robin? She's got you wrapped around her little finger. No, she needed a firm hand.
All my friends are allowed to go to parties. She's so unreasonable.
Well, that's because she cares.
I wish she didn't. She's always on my back and telling me how bad I am and nagging me to pray.
Well, to be fair, you do go out of your way to wind her up.
What about you? She makes you sleep in a caravan in the middle of winter.
Oh. It's not so bad.
It's freezing. And why do you always have to do what she says? Are you getting a divorce?
No, I don't think it'll come to that. In the weekend, we should go and see a movie.
Jurassic Park? It's meant to be amazing.
Deal. Morning.
Mum said that I could borrow the chainsaw for the garden.
I might need it up at the school.
I need to bring some fruit trees.
Well, a saw was probably just as quick. It's a heck of a lot safer. All right. Please remember to check the chain oil.
Yeah, I know how to use it.
Robin! Robin, did you take cash from the jar?
Guilty as charged.
You've had your spending money.
Yeah, but I bought this.
What am I looking at?
Well, it's a CD-ROM. It's an entire encyclopedia on 2 discs. Imagine that.
How am I meant to run the household if you take whenever you feel like it?
Well, it's a good resource for the school.
No, you promised me you would work on it, Robin. It's all just words with you.
Oh, well. You have a good day, Margaret, unless you have other plans. Ah, good morning.
She's here already. Ms. Withers with Arrow. I suppose you've been inspected lots of times?
Well, not under the new regime. And in New Guinea, I was the one doing the inspecting. Say no to negativity, I'm sure we'll be fine. G-U-I-N. Back up, not found. Oh, well, so A, abort, or R, retry, or P for panic.
The storybooks are disappointing, as there's very little actual story content. What there is isn't corrected. There's no spelling or grammar suggestions, no teacher comments. We expect more, especially from the older students.
A lot of our students are from disadvantaged backgrounds.
I'm aware of that.
And I find that working with computers helps engage them. We're part of a beacon program with other schools in America and Canada.
But none of this is in the workbooks.
No.
I'd like to see your teachers' plans, if I may.
I don't have them.
Where are they?
I haven't prepared any.
But you knew this review was taking place.
Yes.
A very peculiar man.
Well, I suppose he is a bit of an eccentric.
He looks like death warmed up, and he's got terrible body odor.
Some of our kids put up with a lot worse. And Robin knows what he's doing, even if it isn't always by the book. And the children love him.
That is not how the system works. And it's not a popularity contest.
Sir, do you think summer we could plant some strawberries?
Yeah. Sounds lovely. Strawberries.
Hey, Dad.
Ah, here he is. Best dryer-upper in the land.
Why are there so many plates?
Been collecting them at the school, especially for you.
Thanks.
Computering to you, David.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Friday does come around. David, there's a van load of wood you might want to cut up.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
He tried to cut his leg off. With a chainsaw slipped.
He was lucky he didn't lose his foot. As it was, we had to go to the hospital, which meant waiting around for hours. He had to have stitches.
Well, is it all right now?
Yeah.
Shouldn't have left the chainsaw.
It was an accident. If you were a little bit more used, though, I wouldn't have to rely on David so much.
Stephen, come back here, please.
Hey, thanks for the lift, David.
Oh, well, it was all right. I was going in anyway. Actually meeting up with someone from the language department about me learning some German for my opera singing.
It's a great idea.
Look, should we meet up later?
Oh, I've got lectures and study group.
What are we going to do about Dad?
What about him?
He's making everything so stressful.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it'd be easier if you just left.
He's always sneaking around and trying to control us. It's the reason I don't have any confidence.
Well, I just think it's sad that Stephen doesn't really have a father figure in his life.
Well, I try.
No, I wasn't saying that. It shouldn't be up to you. Anyway, we should get going.
So we'll meet up later in the cafe for lunch.
Yeah, sure.
It's an unfortunate situation, no two ways about it.
safe to say Mrs. Withers' report is not what any of us were expecting. All this gobbledygook about tomorrow's schools. She's got no idea. No idea what Robin's done for our little school.
I think she just took a set against us.
Well, I mean, it's not as bad as it looks. Darlene and I are revising our assessment process, health and safety. We're working through it, ticking all the boxes. We'll get there.
Thank you, Robin. I think I speak for the board when I say we're behind you 100%. And on a brighter note, the Tyree Musical Society is putting on Oklahoma. And Robin here has a part. Good to see you on stage again. Last week I received a call as a referee for a position you applied for.
Yeah. I didn't want to do it, but it's for a bigger school. It'll mean more money on retirement.
I'll be sorry to lose you, Robin.
Well, it didn't even warrant an interview, as you were.
Well, I hope you know how much we all appreciate you here.
I appreciate your appreciation.
Well, if you are staying on, we need to do something about that school residence. Can't go on living in a van.
Oh, it's not so bad.
Night then, Robin.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely work on your range. It's just a matter of practice. Didn't used to be able to sing 3 octaves, but now I can, so...
All set?
Me and Gareth were going to go out for coffee. We're in a Christmas carol together. So.
Oh, you're an aspiring singer too?
Well, I try, but I'll never be as good as David.
Let's go. It'll be so quiet that the click of the trigger will be louder than the firing.
Hard out.
Hello. There's trouble. What are you two up to?
Yeah, look, David's got a new silencer.
Look out. Never point a gun at anybody.
Yeah, well, the magazine isn't even in.
There might still be something in the breech, David. You should know that. We'll take it outside and we'll sight it. It'll help improve accuracy.
Can I come?
Yeah. Got a problem with the mechanism. Must be jammed. Happens sometimes with these 10-shot magazines. Wish I'd come with you when you bought it. Military training has its use. I finished top of my class on armaments. Yeah, not bad. Right, that should do it.
When's it my turn?
No, I think we have to find the side of a barn for David to hit first.
The sights might still be off.
Relax, David. Squeeze the trigger gently. Better. Much better.
possessed you? Oh, Robin, do you have anything to say? Was it those kids? Did they dare you to do it?
No.
What?
No.
Don't lie to me, Stephen.
Did you not stop and think of the consequences, Stephen? We're part of this community. I'm a school principal, and now everyone knows my own son broke the law. I mean, does that not mean anything to you?
I'm sorry.
Go to your room while your mother and I discuss appropriate punishment.
First Laniet and now Stephen. And these bloody migraines.
Just because he did a bad thing doesn't mean that he's a bad kid. We just have to give him love and support and put our heads together and make a plan.
This is Belle. The house is full of it. You have to pray to clear yourself. Otherwise, nothing is ever going to change. So will you do that for me now, please? Pray, Robin, please, for me.
Of course.
Thank you.
Oh, my flipping camping. You're the best camper. What's your favourite part of camping?
Going out my house.
What was your favourite part, David?
Probably setting up the tent.
You were very helpful. David was very good at setting up the tent.
Guten Morgen, wie geht es dir? Guten Morgen, geht es dir? Guten Morgen, wie geht es dir? Special delivery.
Oh, thank you. Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd lost track of the time.
Well, how's your headache now?
Oh, it's better to keep busy. Oof. You know, next spring, these will be a gorgeous sea of irises. So long as the builders don't trample on them.
Yeah.
There is a dark cloud hanging over you, David. What's the matter?
Dad thinks I'm gonna bomb out of varsity. He doesn't come out and say it, but I know that's what he's thinking.
Your father. Who is he? He has a degree, all those certificates, but genuine growth and change has to come from inside.
Yeah.
What in God's name?
Don't make a mountain out of a molehill, Margaret. I took Laniet to the movies, and then she needed to do some shopping.
What for?
Oh, I don't know, things that young ladies need.
But that's not your decision to make, Robin. This is family money.
What's money I earn?
Yes. Because I don't have a career anymore, because I spend every moment looking after your children, because you wouldn't know that because you're never here.
We can always go and get a job.
You don't listen! I'm needed at home.
Doing what? Filling David's head with nonsense?
I don't see you. I don't see you.
here, right here. There. Right there. Nest, go.
I don't know. You don't have a license.
So? You do. Come on, please.
Please, come on. Fine. Squeeze the trigger, don't jerk it.
Sounding like Dad again.
Just do it.
I got it.
Nice!
Yes, come on.
Okay. Well, now you have to skin it.
Did you see the look on its face?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. I just got shot. How did that happen?
But I'll leave it with you.
I'm terribly sorry. I'll have a word to them.
Righto.
Thank you for coming, Clay.
Possums, they're in the fruit trees.
You can't fire a gun around here. You'd upset the neighbours. Would have thought you had more sense than that. What kind of example are you setting for Stephen? He's in enough trouble. Put that away!
Lord, thank you for this beautiful day. Walk beside us, Lord. Help us understand the path you have chosen for us. Help me see the beauty in every day. Help others see the beauty in your wonders. Guide me through perils towards your brilliant light. Lord, bless and protect Margaret, David, Ottawa, Laniet, especially Laniet, and Stephen. We trust you, Lord.
This is the pasta. I might give you that.
Bit of weed, do you want to?
Probably not.
No problem. I actually smoke it because of, like, this bad shit that happened to me in PNG.
Like what?
It was no, don't worry about it.
Heard a rumour that we're doing Godspell next year. Don't want to get my hopes up, but it would be pretty awesome if we... Oh, deadline.
David, if I could...
What?
Look, thank you for driving them out. Especially Laniet. I think it's good for her to be involved.
Yeah.
How about demonstrating to the young ones how to do a quick step?
Look, I don't know.
Oh, but you're such a fine dancer, David. Yeah. Excuse me, everyone. If we could have a moment. Hello, everyone.
Hey!
Yep. Oh. Thank you, Stephen. While we're waiting for hair director, I thought we could practice our dancing. If you remember last time we tried the quick step and we all fell on a crumpled heap on the floor. So, luckily we have Fred Astaire here today who's going to run it through for us and show us how it's done. We'll just go over it for you and then you can partner up. So, the man goes forward, the lady goes back, and we go. Quick, quick, slow, slow. Quick, quick, slow, slow. Quick, quick, slow, slow. Turn to the left, turn out, and around they go. Isn't she lovely? And we come in.
Look, I think I should be dancing with Laniet. Laniet?
Might be dangerous. I could squash your toes.
Come on, just follow my lead.
Okay. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Right, we grab a partner and we'll see how we go. Thank you, Mr. Kendrick. Quick, quick, slow, slow. That's it, guiding the lady around the floor. That's it, that's the story. Quick, quick, slow, slow, lovely.
Hey! Got ya. Hey, do you want to take this down to the school? Go for a drag?
Can't, got stuff to do, sorry.
Don't leave your bike there.
Doesn't matter, no one cares.
It's your bike and your responsibility, Steve.
Matter. Move your bike, Steve. Get off of me.
Hey, that's enough.
David started, it was his fault.
Yeah, well, he left his bike there.
What?
Any fool can argue a wise man knows when to say sorry. Shake hands.
Dad.
Go on.
Fine.
Peace in our time. Stephen, put your bike away, please. David, I need you to give me a hand with something.
Yeah, Stephen, put your bike away.
Shut up.
Oh, here we go. Jump on the end of this and we'll drag it out. After the show, having a party, I thought I might call the square dance. Like in P&G, remember? We were always putting on shows. How do you feel about that? About me calling a square dance? Well, lick of paint, it'll be as good as new.
What's it for?
Oh, I thought it might come in handy for the new house.
But the house is going to be all new. We're actually building something special. A real sanctuary, not some old dump.
Well, there's plenty of good materials we could salvage.
You don't know what you're talking about.
All right, all right. You don't have to be like that.
You going to move this? David Cullen Bain, at your service.
No, when I first saw you hanging out with Laniet, I thought you were her boyfriend.
Oh, we're close. Our whole family is.
She said you guys were in New Guinea. She said something awful happened.
Yeah, well, it was traumatic, but we don't like to talk about it.
Well, what about you? Have you got a girlfriend?
Well, I broke up with one, but now I've just got friends that are girls.
You kissed them.
Hey, give those back.
Come and get them.
Yeah, well, how can I when I can't see you? Thank you.
All right, everybody? Who wants to do some karaoke?
Not me. Tom Jones, Delilah.
Hey, what's your dad doing?
I don't know.
Just sign your names. First come, first served.
I saw the light on the night that I passed by her window. I saw the flickering shadows of love on her blind. She was my woman. As she deceived me, I watched and went out of my mind. My Delilah. Why, Delilah? I could see that
Still, all my dreams shall be nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer, my God, to thee.
children are achieving well. The school demonstrates strong progress. Well, you can read the report for yourselves. Aero is satisfied most of the issues raised are being addressed, and we are no longer on their watch list. They also noted the fine work Robin's been doing with our Japanese exchange program and evening classes for our parents. Well done, Robin.
I haven't done it all alone. I mean, everyone's chipped in. I would like to thank the board for making the schoolhouse available.
Oh, well, it won't be ready for a few more weeks yet, but we're getting there. Next on the agenda... Right. Attentiveness in class.
Very good, very good. Mark, can I just see you?
Hey, David, we're off to get something to eat. You coming?
Hey, come and get me.
What do you mean? David? David, are you okay? David! Do you want me to get a nurse or something? Or...
I don't remember what just happened. I think I zoned out. But I'm fine. Cool. Right. Come on.
Hi, David.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, guess what?
What?
Dad's taking me out to Tarry Mouth. He's getting the schoolhouse, and he wants me to move in.
Well, why would you want to do that?
I'll still be here on the weekends and stuff. Ira thinks that she can give me a job at the museum.
What about the
cafe.
sanctuary? All the work that Mum's been putting in? Like, there's a room for you.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Mum's almost finished with the plans.
Morning, David. You want to come up to the school? You're going on a bit of a working bee.
Mum's got stuff for me to do here.
Yeah.
Stephen, come here and hold this for a sec.
Sorry, I'm busy.
Oh, this is a nice surprise. Oh, good morning, darling. Oh, you're never too old for a cuddle, are you?
I thought I saw someone come into my room.
Oh, darling, it was just a dream. Hmm? Don't be afraid. Mummy's here. Hmm?
What can you tell me about your father's relationship with Stephen?
Stephen needed a father figure, but Dad would treat Stephen as my son, his progeny. It made Stephen feel oppressed and being angry at Dad for the way that Dad was doing it.
How do Dad and Mum get on?
Not very well. About a year after we arrived here, things went rapidly downhill. She felt as if she had given him everything and he just took, without consideration of her.
Do you know if Mum had done anything legally to separate from Dad?
No. And she wasn't about to either, I think.
So as far as you were aware, she was content with the arrangement of him being just out of her bedroom?
No, she wasn't content with that. She wanted him out of our lives, not living there anymore.
What happened at home last night?
Last night, I said I wanted the chainsaw. I said it quite firmly, and he tried to beat me down with comments. He tried to assert his authority to rule the roost.
Can you think of how you got that lump on your head?
I don't remember anything that would have done it. Apart from when I blacked out. And I don't know how I got the skin off my knee either.
To your knowledge, did Dad ever hit your mum?
No. No, there was never any physical violence.
Who was Dad's best friend?
Oh, I have no idea.
Do you know who he would confide in?
No. He's not that sort of person.
Why can't you be more like David?
Of all the children, who was Dad's favourite?
Get out of my house!
Everyone has a black aura.
What about Laniet?
Did you know I had an abortion? I had a kid too, did I tell you? Sometimes it's hard.
Take care.
I always do.
The new series Black Hands, next Sunday on 1.
What's the matter?
They're all dead. I came home and they're all dead.
Whereabouts are you?
Every street.
What, every street?
65 every street. They're all dead.
Who's all dead?
My family, they're all dead. Hurry up.
Murder-suicide? This bloke flips out, takes out his family and then himself.
Well, what about him?
Your last name?
Bain.
Okay, we're on our way.
Hurry up.
Okay, Mr. Bain?
Hurry up.
Yeah, we'll be there very shortly.
My full name is David Cullen Bain. I'm 22 years old. I was born on the 27th of March, 1972. I'm a student at Otago University studying the classics and music.
Can you explain the timings and area of your paper room?
Yeah, I suppose I can. I left for the top, where I pick up my first bundle at about 10 to 6. takes about 10 minutes to get to the corner where A-turn joins Somerville Street. About 6:22, I'm at the bottom of every street. Then I did the rest of Somerville Street, then Marne Street. Then at 20 minutes to 7 exactly, I was just past Heath Street on the way up to my place.
How do you know the exact times?
I wear a watch, and I wanted to know how long the run had taken. It was about 45 minutes. I looked at my watch at 6:22.
Did you see or meet anyone else?
There's a lady that lives on Somerville Street. I put the paper on her doorstep and her dog barks. She would have heard me.
What happened when you got home?
I came in the front door and noticed that Mum's light was on. I walked into my room. I didn't turn the light on. I went downstairs and put the clothes in the wash.
After putting the washing on, what did you do?
I washed my hands of the printer's ink.
In a previous interview, you said you went into the bedroom and turned your lights on. When was that?
Sorry, that was before I checked on Mum. I saw the cartridges on the floor and then I went to Mum's room because the light was on.
Can you tell me what you saw and did in your mum's room?
I saw blood on her head and her face. It seemed to just go everywhere.
Dad! Dad!
I saw him. He was grey, white. It was, blood on his temple. That's when I went to call the police.
Of all the children, who was Dad's favourite?
It's difficult. Ara would be least. She and he never saw eye to eye. For myself, if I was in a play, he would always come backstage and say how I stood out. Yeah, he flattered me a lot.
What about Laniet?
I think he got on with her the most. He would do things that he didn't do for us.
I gotta go. Please. Please. Please.
Laniet.
Don't make me go home alone. Sunday prayer meeting. Kill me now.
I'll get grounded again.
At least your mum doesn't make you be part of some weird cult. It drives me and Dad nuts. Do you smell that?
What?
Weed. Let's go ask for some.
As if.
I will.
Laniet, don't.
Hey. How's it going?
Ah. What do we think?
Looks great. I love you.
Your mother's looking for you.
I was studying with Leanne.
Thought you looked smarter.
Laniet, is that you?
As we breathe in, we feel the universal energy flow into our bodies.
What smells so good?
Mum's baking an egg pie.
Shush. The sooner we get clear, the sooner we can eat. As we breathe out, we're expelling the bad. We see the color white in our minds. White for purity.
I see black.
Laniet.
Everyone has a black aura.
Don't be ridiculous, Laniet. You're making up stories. If anyone has a black aura, it's Satan. It's Bel. He's in you, and you need to get clear.
Laniet. About to get a game of five-a-side going. Is everything okay?
Did you know I had an abortion ages ago when my family lived in Papua New Guinea?
Oh. Okay. You must have been pretty young.
Father was one of Dad's students from the compound, and they made me get rid of it even though I didn't want to. Guess it kind of messes me up a bit, and I even tried to cut my wrist once, but my sister Ara found me in time.
Have you, do you want to talk to someone about it?
No, it's just I get a bit down sometimes, so I thought you should know why.
You so should be in the show. She's got a great voice. Sing something. Oh, go on. Her whole family are ridiculously talented.
I like being backstage. It's more fun and less hassle.
Laniet. Oh, come on.
Oh, starry-eyed am I, knowing that when I try to forget your love pulls me out of my shell. I put my heart upon the shelf, hiding inside myself. What am I doing? No use thinking, fool for taking. There's no more escaping you.
Hi.
That's my ride. I've got to go. Later. See ya.
Bye.
Mum wants to see you. She's in your room.
I am waiting for an explanation. You do not bring drugs and alcohol into this house.
It's not even mine.
Don't lie to me.
I'm not. I'm looking after it for a friend.
What friend? Why can't you be more like your sister? Or David? You are so full of Bel. Just like your father. Very well.
Mom? Mom, what are you doing? Mom! I told you that it's not even mine!
I don't believe you, so it's going.
Bitch!
Don't you use that language
You
with me.
fucking bitch!
Get out! Would you just get out of my house?
Dad's house. Remember, he pays for everything.
How do you think he would feel if he knew what you've been up to?
Fine. Then I'll move out.
Laniet. Laniet!
None of your business, David.
Go on then, go. See if I care. Nobody's stopping you. What is wrong with that girl?
Ah, there she is.
Dad, what are you doing here?
I had to ask around to find you.
Yeah, I meant to call, but, you know.
Who are these people? My friends?
Yeah, well, thanks. I don't have anywhere else. I don't have any money for food or rent, and I went to go on the dole, and they said that I was too young. It's nearly Christmas.
I know, love.
Yeah, I thought about going home, but Mum, she drives me crazy. She's so unreasonable.
Yeah, well, you two are far too alike to get on. First things first, we'll find you somewhere more suitable to live until we get things sorted out.
Probably too soon to go home, eh?
Oh, well.
It's just right there.
So, how do you want to do this?
I'll usually take a month up front, and it's just $40 a week.
No.
Hello? Is anyone home? It's only me.
Hey.
Hi. Is Mum?
Oh, no, she's out with Auntie Jen. I got a new silencer for my gun.
Cool. Dad said you might give me a hand with some of my stuff.
Mum's been working on plans for the new house in here. Gives her space to think. So, leave the desk. What else do you want?
Just clothes and blankets and stuff. Maybe the lamp?
What about the doll's house?
Nah, probably not. Remember when you and Dad made it for me? I thought it was so cool. Everyone got on heaps better then. You and me especially.
Yeah.
Could you lend me some money? I'm so hungry. I'm actually starving.
No, you're not. You always exaggerate. I know that Dad's paying for you.
Only my rent, just a 20, please.
You should apologise to Mum and come home.
Why do you always have to take her side?
Well, you always take Dad's.
Yeah, because he loves me.
He'll love you. Let's just get your stuff into the car.
I'm so broke all the time, and I can't get youth benefits because my mum won't sign the form.
What about your dad?
Doesn't want mum to go spare, I guess. Anyway, I'm never going home. Oh, what about this? Escort wanted. Experience and advantage.
Laniet!
Well, I have experience.
Oh, you so wouldn't.
Wouldn't I?
What?
A lot of parents really want to help their children with their homework, but they find it too difficult, particularly maths. You know, there are 3 types of mathematician: those who can count and those who can't. So consequently, I'd like to propose that we start adult night classes in the new year.
Robin, it's for you.
It's,
Excuse me a moment. Everything all right?
Not really. Could I come stay with you?
I'm afraid that's not practical. I'm still sleeping in the van, love.
I'm so hungry and everything is going wrong.
Why don't you go to the dairy and get something to eat? Just put it on the account.
Please.
If I have to go now, love, I'll come and see you in the weekend. You're in my prayers. Laniet?
Yeah, whatever.
have you ever done any kind of sex work before?
It doesn't bother me.
The thing is, I need someone I can do doubles with. You know, doubles? You, me, and the client?
Yeah, doubles.
I was at a parlour up in Christchurch and a lot of guys wanted it. That's where the money is. Do you reckon you could handle that?
I'll try anything.
Don't worry, babe. I'll be right there with you.
This is near where my dad teaches. Tire mouth. He would be so mad if he knew what I was doing.
Why would he? Unless he was the client. Sorry, babe. Joke. But you do meet all sorts in this job. Families, eh? Lots of girls get into the game because of crazy family shit. Like, my mum's boyfriend raped me. Might as well get paid for it, eh?
Bad stuff happened to me too.
What kind of stuff?
Like, my dad, when we lived in PNG, I couldn't sleep because I was so scared that you would come into my room.
Bang.
He still tries it on, you know. That's why I had to move out.
Fair enough, too. There's some makeup in my bag.
Thanks.
Don't worry, I'll look after you.
I'm good.
Brian, hi.
Hey, Sharon.
You did really well today. Real professional.
Thanks.
Oh, I was going to say, those stretch marks on your tits and tummy, you should try rosehip oil. It's amazing. I piled on all this weight a few years ago, and then when I lost it, I had terrible marks, but now they're gone.
I wasn't fat. I was pregnant.
You didn't say you had a kid?
In PNG, but my parents made me give him up Do you want to see a photo? I'm not supposed to talk about it, but sometimes it's hard, you know. I miss him so much. I was only 11 at the time, so I couldn't exactly looked after him.
11, shit. Poor thing. What about the father?
Anyway, thanks for today. Bye.
For my military knowledge, though I'm plucky and adventurous, has only been brought down to the beginning of the century. But still in matters vegetable, animal and mineral, I am the very model of a modern major general. But still in matters vegetable, animal and mineral, he is the very model of a modern major general.
Very good. You did really well.
I don't know.
Oh, no, you did. You're improving all the time.
I think you're the one who should be singing the lead.
Oh, yeah, well, I'll get my turn. You will too if you keep at it. It's all about persistence.
Hey, Dave, DCB.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Yeah, we were just wondering. Haven't seen Laniet around the theatre recently. What's she up to?
She's just busy.
My brother says she's always busy.
Those guys, it's always like that around here. Just joking and playing pranks and stuff.
Who's Laniet?
My sister.
Oh, wait, nothing.
What, no work at all?
Blame the economy.
Oh, maybe could you lend me a few of your regulars? I really need the money.
I'm just getting by as it is. I gotta go. I'll call you if anything comes up.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Laniet, right? Darren. I met you at a party out in Kaikorai Valley.
What about it?
I know Sharon too. You working tonight?
Yeah, if you want. We could go back to your place, but it's $50.
I don't pay for it. But I know plenty who will. Got a business proposition for you. Have you ever seen one of these? Take it, go on. I can set it up. Blokes call you, I drive you to the job, look after you, make sure no one gets too rough. We split the money. What are you drinking?
Shoddy.
Coming up.
Laniet! Laniet, someone here to see you.
Coming.
She's just in room 14, mate.
I'm David, by the way. David Cullenbane.
Terry.
How do you know Laniet?
I don't really. I'm just up from Invercargill for a few months for work.
Did she tell you she's only 17?
Good to know.
Hiya.
Is that a new jacket? I thought you said you didn't have any money.
I've been getting a bit of work, you know, just casual. We should go.
Yeah.
Bye, Terry. Don't wait up for me.
Blessed be God and blessed be his kingdom. Lord, we thank you for the food we eat and the family we share it with. In the name of Jesus Christ, our Saviour. Amen. Amen. And I just want to say how lovely it is to have Laniet back with us tonight.
Thanks, Dad. Love you. So how's the flat?
That's good. Great. Everyone's really nice and we hang out and stuff, so...
Would you be interested in coming to school camp next year and help with the children?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Reminds me, I have something for you to look at. I saw it in a health food shop the other day and I thought of you, training to be a naturopath.
It's in Christchurch.
It's not the ends of the earth, and you come out a fully qualified herbalist.
I'll think about it, definitely. So what's everyone doing for Christmas this year? I thought maybe we could go away together, to the beach like we used to.
Well, your father isn't going to be here for Christmas.
Why not?
I'll be in Otaki helping your grandmother and uncle paint the house.
Your father will be spending Christmas with his family and I will be spending it with mine. So it works out for everyone.
That's not fair.
It's not really any of our business.
It is so.
Okay, calm down, Lani.
You calm down.
Can we please just have a nice meal without any arguments?
Well, here we are.
Why do you let Mum push you around like that? Why do you never just stand up to her?
Well, it's between your mother and me. Things will work out in the end.
How'd you go?
He was old and creepy and his breath was terrible.
Did he pay?
Yeah?
Well then. $20 for you.
No, there's 60 there.
You still owe me 20 for weed.
Don't be a bastard.
Don't ask for credit as refusal may offend.
Can we go?
Yep. Back to mine.
Can we not tonight? I'm not feeling very well.
You know, you should be nicer to me, Lani. You wouldn't want me to have to tell your mum now, would you?
You're hurting me. Okay. It's so fucked, you know? I mean, I don't have any other choice, right? I have to live, don't I? I can't just go back home.
Why not?
Don't even get me started. So much shit. How's your daughter?
She's good.
You miss her. I had a kid too, did I tell you? He's beautiful, isn't he? One of Dad's teachers he was training back in PNG. Yeah. He and I had this thing, and then my dad found out, and that's why we had to move back to Dunedin. Because my dad's jealous, right? Because he wants me all for himself. No wonder I'm so messed up, and no wonder my mum hates me. And I screw guys for money, you know?
Yeah, anyway, I should...
I'll do you for free if you like.
It's probably not a good idea, eh?
Just putting it out there.
Yeah, anyway, I should early start everything.
We could just talk. I just really don't want to be alone right now.
She says she's not feeling well.
Oh. We had an arrangement she was going to come with me to the school.
Yeah, well, that's what she said.
Did you ask again?
Sorry, mate.
God give me strength. God give me strength.
Laniet? Hi. Hi. How was your Christmas?
I didn't do much. Hey, you want to shout me at BLT or something?
Can't. I'm broke.
It's okay. My David's gonna come pick me up. He's gonna talk to Mum about letting me come back home. Oh, here he is.
Hi.
Hello, handsome.
Hey, Leanne. How's it going?
Good. You?
Yeah, great. Well, I'll probably see you around the theatre. You ready?
Why did you bring me back here? I thought we were gonna go see Mum.
Look, now's not a good time. Mum's really stressed out because Dad won't pay for the new house. Have you got a boyfriend?
No,
Well, what about that guy that's here? Your flatmate?
we're just friends. Why? Are you jealous? Let's do something. Take me to the movies like we used to. Please.
Look, I can't. I've got rehearsals. Oh, we're doing The Tempest.
Stink.
Look, I'll help you make things up with Mum, okay? So that when the new house is built, there's a room for you. Things are going to be different. Dad's just not going to be a part of it, so you may as well accept that.
Hiya. Can you put them on my account?
Yeah, will do.
Thanks.
Yeah, your father paid your account the other morning, so we're all sorted.
great. Can I have a pack of regulars as well, please? We're having an affair, you know, me and my dad.
What?
It's been going on for ages, and Mum found out and kicked me out, so I think he feels a bit guilty about it. Probably why he pays my bills and that. Could you actually make it 2 packets of regulars, please? And a lighter, the red one?
You should tell the police about your father.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, they can protect you.
I don't know if they'd believe me.
I can ring them right now if you like.
Another time, maybe I've got some stuff to do.
Well, you should think about it. Seriously.
Yeah, I will. You're so right. Thank you.
Rock and roll?
Can I have one of those?
We should get a move on.
What'd you say?
So we should move. The client's waiting.
You know what, Darren? I'm not doing this anymore.
What are you talking about?
This. You can tell my mum I don't care. I'll tell her myself and a lot more, too.
Hey!
Piss off!
Lani!
Laniet? Laniet, are you awake?
Hey, Terry.
Hey, your dad's here. Do you want me to tell him you're not home again?
No, he's my dad. He loves me. Nobody else does.
What do you think?
Which room is mine?
Well, anyone you like.
I love it.
Well, it's going to be a few weeks before the current residents move out, but then it's ours. I think I could get used to not sleeping in the van.
It would be so great to get out of town and live in the country. I've been a bit of a mess, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's all sorted now. And there'll be plenty to keep you occupied helping with the kids.
What about the weekends?
Your mother and I haven't come to a resolution yet.
Could I keep my room at the boarding house? Iris said she could get me a job with her at the museum cafe, and I don't really want to be out here on my own.
No, that sounds like a fine plan.
Yes. Paul! Hey, Paul! Wait up. That was so cool. I was just thinking about school, and next minute, here you are. Wow.
Have you been, Laniet?
Good. Great. Yeah. I just want to let you know that I'm doing much better. I know that I was kind of a pain in school, but I'm really trying to get my shit together.
I'm glad to hear it.
During the weekends, I work in town, and during the week, I live with my dad, and I'm staying out of trouble, and away from the weeds, so, you know.
It all sounds good. Well, it's nice to see you.
Yeah, David's told me about moving back to Every Street, but I don't know. I just wanted to let you know that I was doing okay.
I'm glad it's all worked out for you.
Me too. I'll see you around.
Take care.
I always do.
Kia ora, everybody back home in New Zealand. So today is Laniet's 9th birthday, and here she is with her little birthday hat on, and she's decided she wants to play a game. What game did you choose?
In the town on the donkey.
1, 2, 3. Are you feeling dizzy?
A bit.
4.
Oh, poor boy. The police just want to ask me a few questions. I'll be right back.
They said that Laniet was a prostitute. Why would they say something like that? Hello? Yeah. Laniet won't be coming into work today. Yeah, there's been a family tragedy.
Here's a towel and a flannel, and we'll see about getting you some spare clothes.
Oh, I could just go around to the house and get my things.
I don't think that would be appropriate, dear.
All right, David. I'll be off now.
Oh, where are you going, Uncle Bob?
They want me to identify the bodies.
Would you like me to come?
It's okay, mate. That won't be necessary.
Back in a moment.
Is he all right, do you think?
He's very quiet. I would have thought he'd be a little more emotional.
People grieve in different ways, I guess.
Yes. Yes, I suppose they do.
They were awake. They would have seen him. They knew. These black hens. I need to take away my family.
Let's be quiet for a moment.
The end dying.
Who's dying, David? Your family? David, did you see your family dying?
The new series Black Hands, next Sunday on 1.
How many are in the house, mate?
5.
We've got another body down here.
Of all the children, who was Dad's favourite?
Ara would be least. She and he never saw eye to eye.
Maybe it'd be easier if you just left.
Poor boy.
Would you like me to come?
It's okay, mate. That won't be necessary.
Robin, 1 shot to the head. Margaret, 1 above the eye. Laniet, 3 shots. She probably survived the first. Stephen, 1 to the hand and 1 to the top of the head. Aroa, 1 to the forehead. Maybe the noise wakes her. She wonders what the fuck is going on. She gets up to have a look. The shooter's coming towards her, so she ducks back into the room. The shooter fires a shot that misses her. 1 shot, 2 holes, because the curtain was folded like this. Then he follows her into the room. The victim backs away, or maybe she's down on her knees, praying for her life when he shoots her at close range.
All these flowers and cards and calls of support. It's been non-stop. They were all very loved. There's no doubt about it. It says something, doesn't it? That people care. Just goes to show that...
I want to see the newspaper.
Oh, love.
Maybe leave it for a while.
No. I want to see it.
I take everything with a grain of salt. David, put it down. Come on.
What do they look like?
At peace. All were shot in the head. So it would have been quick. Except poor Stephen. They say he put up a hell of a fight.
They're coming. They're coming.
Now, David.
They're coming.
Now, don't start.
They're coming.
Boy, I know.
They lied to me. They were awake. They knew.
Who knew? Your family, you mean?
They knew. They were awake. They would have seen him. These black hens coming to take away my family. And I can't stop them.
What are you saying, David? What do you mean?
Death and dying.
Who's dying, David? Your family? David, did you see your family dying? David, were you there?
What? No. I only saw my mum and dad. They were already dead.
Don't leave me. You can't leave me. I love you. Please, let us be together forever and ever.
Yes. No, I can't.
Why not?
Because I'm a fish, just swimming around in this little Southland river.
I love fish. And chips.
What?
Oh my God, I am a fish.
I love your scales.
Let's swim away together, upstream.
When we spawn, what then?
At least we'll die in each other's fins.
This isn't Romeo and Juliet.
I'm sorry, but a fish. This idea was Charlotte? Oh my God, everyone, this is Charlotte. She's like my oldest friend from Bayfield. What are you doing here? Hey.
This year's been a bit of a write-off. Too much partying, to be honest, so I thought I might as well enroll.
Yeah, might as well.
So how's the family?
Yeah, great. Mum and Dad just the same. Dad's still principal down at Tyree Mouth, and Stephen's nearly 14, would you believe?
I see Laniet around sometimes.
Oh, yeah, her and Mum weren't getting on, so she's flatting in Russell Street now. But David's coming to uni soon.
I thought he would be finished by now.
Yeah, he tried the whole zoology thing, but it didn't really work out. But like they say, if at first you don't succeed.
Says the overachiever.
I am not.
Once a head girl, always a head girl.
They're here. Oh, lovely.
We made it.
Come on, then. Everyone's out the back.
Stephen, don't get Casey worked up. She'll bite someone.
No, she won't. She's a good dog.
Casey!
Leave her alone. She's fine. She's my dog.
My dog Sasha was way better. Still never forgive the council for putting her down.
Yeah, because she bit someone.
Oh, come and tell Uncle Bob about Queen of the Heather.
Oh.
She's competing next year. We're very proud.
My teacher suggested I sign up. First place is a trip to Sydney, so I thought, why not?
And I could go with you.
Well, I'd have to win first.
You can take the lassie out of Scotland, but you can't take Scotland out of the lassie.
Don't you just hate Ottawa? She's so good at everything she does.
Well, I'm doing Summer Shakespeare. You should come. The Tempest, you know, like, we are such stuff as dreams are made on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bell be gone. Bell be gone. Satan be clear. Bell be gone.
That's great.
How's that?
There we go. Pretty.
You mean like this?
Oh, that's the one. You look just like David.
Oh, God.
Perfect.
Ho, ho, ho. Here she is.
Laniet's just taking photos for my Queen of the Heather application.
Oh, yeah. Reminds me, I've got to get those papers and photos from Scotland when I'm at your grandmother's. Yeah, I'll better get this inside. Mind your head. Oh.
It's not like he's even going to be here for Christmas. Thanks, Mom.
You okay? Dad's still paying for your rent, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's not like I can actually afford to have a life. It's not my fault if I have to...
What?
You don't want to know.
In fields where they lay keeping their sheep. Stephen! Stop!
What does it go?
It's not funny.
Can we open our presents now?
Oh, maybe just wait for Mum.
Yeah, we gotta wait for Mum.
Okay. It's all right.
Thanks, sis.
Oh, it's okay. Merry Christmas.
Thanks. Oh, who's this one for?
That's for Dad. Just leave it there. Hey, is Mum awake yet?
I took her a coffee. Well, this is for you. It's perfume. It's my favourite.
Thanks. Mum, you getting up? We're doing presents.
No. Not today.
But you have to. What about Christmas lunch?
I'm not getting up into the atmosphere out there, Arawa. We're not clear and it's making me ill. You and David need to sort it.
But that's not fair. Dad's not even here.
Just don't shout at me!
You're being so unreasonable. Why can't we be a normal family for once?
Apologise. I mean it, Arawa. You say that you're sorry.
It's Christmas.
Who can tell me what today is?
It's Jesus' birthday.
And we call it Christmas
Day.
Yay! You all say
Yay.
everyone hold hands.
Okay.
Santa's a prankster.
Would you like to give that one to me so I can put it under the chair? Thank you so much.
Okay, who's next? Oh.
Here we go.
Okay.
What's this?
Aroa, what have you got? Wow, lovely.
Stephen.
Stop.
There you
Stephen. Thank you.
You, David.
Thanks, Arawa. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Where are you going?
I'm just going out.
Well, who with?
Some friends from my drama group.
I can take you.
It's okay. I'm already getting picked up, so don't worry about it.
Have you talked to Mum yet? It's been weeks, Arawa.
It's not my fault. That's my ride. Bye. Wow, this is amazing. Where am I?
A rubbish dump.
A rubbish dump.
Oh, look. What a lovely used nappy.
Hi.
I'm
Princess.
the clown.
A clown.
Honk, honk.
Well, we're all clowns here, aren't we?
Oh, we are, yes.
That was marvellous. Well done.
Oh, well, it wasn't just me.
You're going to make a wonderful teacher. Your whole future's ahead of you. Don't let anyone try and stop you.
Thanks, Dad. Anyway, I should...
I can give you a lift if you don't mind waiting for a bit.
I mean, it's okay. My friends, you know. Can you help me clean up?
No, I'm doing the washing. There's nothing to eat. Well, if you help with the dishes, then I'll go to the supermarket. Wrong. Do the dishes. No. Stephen! You should do it because I say so.
Yeah, because that works.
devil gets in, you know. When we think bad thoughts, it makes our bodies unwell. How does that feel?
So good.
Was there something you wanted to say to me?
Sorry for yelling at you.
That's all right then. Oh, that shoulder's always been a bit dicky.
Mum. What are we going to do about David?
How do you mean?
He's being such a pain. Especially with Stephen, always trying to boss him. He tries and acts like Dad, but he's not.
Your father's not much chop either.
Why don't you just get a divorce? And lots of people do.
Your father won't agree.
Why not? He's hardly ever here anyway. And when he is, it's just...
I'll have a word with David. This is the 4th time, David. The 4th time I've had to talk to you about the state of the house. The untidiness of everything and the garden. And there's no point in blaming others. There's no caring or giving up there on the other side of my curtains, and I am so angry at the continued selfishness.
Casey, come on. Come on, Casey. Come on, Casey. Come on.
Lena. What's that you got there?
It's my report for Teachers College.
Well, this is outstanding. A's. Attitude, excellent. Well done.
You can't tell Mum.
Oh, she'll want to know.
Yeah, but she'll tell David, and he's already stressed about going back to varsity.
A's.
You should probably think for a second.
Well, we could take turns to study group. My place, and then otherwise...
Oh, why don't we just use the library? Because we can't have pizza. My place is kind of difficult.
Library works for me. We can get pizza after.
I might catch you guys up later. David. Hey.
Hey,
How's your day going?
great. My music teacher's impressed with me. Very impressed. She said that I'm so far ahead of all the other students that I probably shouldn't even be here, so... Is that your boyfriend?
Nah, he's just my friend.
You know, guys only want one thing.
I know him from youth opera, and I thought he was nice in a goofy kind of way. But then my boyfriend told me this story. In their final year at Bayfield, David told him about this girl who lived on the next street over. He said he could rape her and get away with it if he uses paper in as a cover story.
Okay, that's creepy.
Come on. Oh, they were like 17. Was probably just stupid boy talk.
Except there was like a book with times written down and everything.
Do us a favor, don't say anything to Anawa. She really cares about him.
Still got an hour and a half before classics if you wanted to go to the library and study or something.
I mean, we can meet for lunch most days. You're free. I have a study group. Also, you won't have to drive me anymore, fingers crossed. I'm going for my license.
Why would you want to do that?
So you don't have to drive me.
Well, I don't mind.
It's just something I want to do, you know? I want my independence too, okay?
You don't even have a car.
I can use Mum's while I serve up.
Well, not while I'm using it most of the time.
so you can use your bike sometimes. David.
I'll see you at home. Maybe you can get your boyfriend to give you a ride.
Just get some glasses. Mum would have kids if she knew we were doing this, but I don't care. I live here too. I hear it, but I don't believe it. Hey, I can be bad if I want to be.
So you and Matt? What's the story?
He's my best friend, even if David doesn't approve.
And?
He's my best friend, and I love him to bits.
And?
Sex always makes things too complicated.
Not always.
Okay. My parents used to all the time back in PNG, and we could hear them doing it, and the door would be open. And we'd sneak in and listen. Gross. Did you hear a car?
Relax. I'm the one smoking, not you.
I know. Just David will be home soon, so.
So?
Okay, so he's got a gun. Yeah, but it's only meant for rabbits, but sometimes he just walks around the house holding it. Kind of freaks me out.
What's he gonna do?
I don't know.
Are you serious?
No. This family's so friggin' full of secrets that you don't want to know.
Is Arawa about? I wanted to see if she was free to babysit Saturday.
I dare say.
Have you been away?
Sorry?
Haven't seen you around lately.
No. I've been in bed 6 weeks. You should try it. That gives such a fresh perspective.
I wanted to say about your guttering. Wayne's mentioned it to Robin. When it rains, it pours off your roof.
What about it?
It's eroding the bank by our shed.
Well, it's all coming down. The house, I mean. We're building a new one. Spick and span.
I know, you've been planning it for a while. You'll mention it to Arawa? About the babysitting?
Oh, I saved the liver and kidneys for Casey.
Please don't, it makes her breath stink. Hey, have you done the washing? Where's all my stuff?
Well, I don't know.
David, I'm gonna be late for work.
Maybe it got mixed in with my stuff. Yeah, I'll go take a look.
No, it's fine, I'll go.
Arawa. No,
God, David, do these look like yours? You've got one job in this house.
that is not true. And you're never home these days.
Excuse me?
Things are going to be changing with the new house.
Oh, who says I'll even be here then?
You're not going anywhere.
Can we build a fort?
It's a good idea. Have you got pillows?
Yeah.
And what about blankets or sheets?
Lots of those.
Oh, that's what we need.
Hey, kids, time to go brush your teeth.
Aww.
Hey, if you hurry, we might have time to build a fort before bed.
Yay!
Okay.
You are so good with them. Oh, come on, Wayne, we'll be late. I was talking to your mum. She said that plans are coming along nicely for the new house.
Yeah, it's going to be really amazing. We're going to have a dome for watching the stars and even a water feature in the garden where we can just sit and think or whatever. It's going to be really cool.
Well, it sounds very nice.
It all started with John Bain Mackay, founder of the Bain clan.
Started with the Cullens, don't you mean? We were early settlers in Dunedin.
The Bains weren't far behind. We have a long history of service with the Presbyterian ministry.
Well, my speech is meant to be personal, you know, about what my Scottish heritage means to me.
Marvellous. Let's hear it.
Oh, it's not ready. Anyway, Rose Campbell will win. She's been Scottish dancing since she was 5.
Well, I'm sorry there wasn't a lot of Scottish dancing to be had when you were growing up in New Guinea.
We had some wonderful square dances.
You're not helping, Robin. There. You're going to be the belle of the ball. And that Rose Campbell is very plain.
It's not a beauty contest, Mum. Do you think it's a bit...
It's perfect. Never be ashamed of your body. It's as God intended. It's the new Wonder Bra. It'll take some getting used to.
Mum!
Wonder Bra.
What's going on?
Wonder Bra, David.
Arawa has balls to attend for the competition. Her sponsors donated these.
She looks beautiful. Oh, guess what? The breakfast they're having at Eunice Sames' place, I'm going to.
Oh, I think it's just for contestants and sponsors.
Yeah, I know. I rang up Eunice and one of the chaperones couldn't make it, so I'm taking his place. So we can go together.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Now, you boys can leave because we have another dress to do. David likes to be involved, that's all.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes it's a bit much. No, you won't leave me alone.
Well, he's your brother. He cares about you.
Hey, Mum. How would you feel about me getting a flat? I don't mean now, not right away, but maybe next year?
God told me this was your year to make the most of your abilities. But it doesn't mean you can turn around and ruin everything.
Mum, I didn't mean to upset you.
Maybe I should just tear up all my plans and designs and drawings and buy a little apartment for me and Stephen and leave the rest of you to your selfishness. Oh, this is your father. He's infected us all with Belle. Oh, I need to clear the room. I need to clear all the rooms.
You have to come skiing with us this semester break.
I'll try.
Oh, you have to. It's so boring being stuck in Wanaka with just my family.
Oh, poor you.
Oh, no, that's just rude.
I might catch you guys up later.
But we're having lunch in the cafeteria.
Yeah, but I should probably sit with David.
He's big enough and ugly enough to take care of himself.
He can make his own friends.
Hi. Can I talk to you?
Come on, pretty lady, join us. Have a beer. Come on. You play your cards right, you and I could do a bit of business together.
Darren!
She even know what we're talking about. Bet she doesn't.
She's done a few jobs before. It's a real goal my sister, ask anyone.
Ah.
Relax. You were just getting used to it. Don't worry about it. Oh, make yourself at home.
I went by Rigoletto's. They said you don't work there anymore?
They gave me the boot. It wasn't my fault.
Well, does Dad know? You have to come home, Lani. People talk, stuff gets around.
Darren and me, we're just mates.
I know what he is, Lani. How do you think Mum and Dad would feel if they knew about it? It would break their hearts. Breaks my heart.
It's worried for you. I mean, you're the golden girl. Everyone loves Arawa, and I'm the fuck up.
Hey, I wasn't saying that.
I know you're ashamed of me,
I'm not. I care about you.
Why? Such a loser.
No, you're not. You're my favorite sister.
I'm your only sister.
You used to be so sweet and happy. Even if your room was a pigsty.
Hey!
Some things never change.
Hey!
Hey!
Sorry? You've been upset dinner so many times. Do you want help?
What are you doing?
The computer and stuff. Someone could steal it, so we're keeping it locked when I'm not here.
Right, have you got the car keys?
Where are you going?
Just to the pictures.
Who with?
On my own.
I'll drop you off.
Leanne, hi. Oh, hi, Arawa. Is Laniet here?
Oh, no, just me.
Okay. I haven't seen much of her lately.
Oh, yeah, she went a bit wild for a while there, but she's actually working with me at the museum cafe now, so.
Oh, that's so good to hear. I'll drop by for a coffee, definitely. Anyway.
Oh, do you want a lift home?
It's okay. I can get the bus.
Well, David's picking me up, and we can give you a ride.
Honestly.
Oh, you'd be doing me a favour, please.
Are you okay?
Okay, it's not that bad. Oh, here he is now. Are you coming?
If you like.
Thank you. I told Leanne we'd give her a lift.
Hi.
Hey.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Our judges have made their decision, and a very difficult one it was too. What a lovely and talented group of young ladies we have competing this year. All right. 4th place. The McNichol Cup goes to Arawa Cullenbane.
Boo! Where's Stephen?
Well done, Arawa. And 3rd place goes to Lisa Rawling.
Yeah, you do. Just speak really? Oh, no. Hey.
Well done.
Thanks. I told you Rose Campbell would win.
You were way better. It was rigged.
Nah, it was just the Scottish dancing, but it was just fun to be part of it, you know.
Yeah, well, not as fun as actually winning. But...
Yes, David. Don't be mean. Dad,
Hello.
What are you doing here?
have you been here the whole time? I thought you were on camp with Lani.
Oh, Miss Seal Triumph? Never. It was a lovely speech. Lovely. I was very moved.
Not good enough, though.
Oh, well, it's better to have tried. Your mother's not...
Oh, no, she had another asthma attack.
We were actually just about to go get some coffee, so...
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll leave you to it and...
No, I'm glad you came. And actually, I told my friends I'd catch up with them afterwards, so... See you guys later.
How are you feeling now, David?
Better, thanks, Auntie, yeah.
Well, that's good to hear, isn't it?
Yes, yes. We do need to talk. The subject of the funerals has come up, and of course, you don't have to be involved if you don't want to.
Oh, no, I do. I absolutely do. I already told the lady at Victim support that.
All right. Well,
I'll need a new black top for a start.
No, don't do that. Death isn't a bad thing. Not in our family. The funerals should be a celebration. Sunday would be good. It was our family day.
Well, we were thinking it might be nice if you accompany your grandmother. She's quite frail, but she'd love to attend and...
No, that won't work.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I should be walking behind the coffins by myself. And then inside the church, I should be singing a solo for Mum, alongside the male choir. Something from Forres Requiem, I think. Yeah. And obviously for Laniet, we should be playing Who Wants to Live Forever by Queen. It was her favourite song. I've actually been making a funeral tape. Do you want to listen? Yeah. I think Laniet should be wearing dark green or blue. Why aren't you crying? I think Arawa should be wearing her ball gown dress, the blue one. And also her wonder bra with her gold earrings on.
All
as
right,
well.
now.
And it was also her 20th birthday this weekend. So we have to have a party.
That's enough. That's enough for now. We can talk about all of this later.
But I know exactly what I want.
Yes, seem quite sure.
Yeah. I've had a lot of time to think about it. Funerals, and we talked about it as a family, what we wanted and things. Except for Stephen, he wasn't really interested. Yeah. He's always a fighter. He's a good kid. Fighter, though. He didn't go easy. So.
David.
You want to know something? If Dad did it, then I could never forgive him. Night, everyone.
Night.
Oh, night, David. Sleep well, love.
Yeah.
He's always been a bit of an odd one.
The detective said I should call him if we have any worries or concerns.
Well then.
What do we got?
I found this.
A lens. Where was it?
On the floor of the youngest boy's room.
Christ. It's taken, what, 3 days to find it?
Well, you saw the state of the room. David said his own glasses were away being repaired. So why do you reckon there was another bent frame in his room and a matching lens on Stephen's floor?
According to his aunt, David's got all kinds of crazy plans for the funeral. Wants to cremate his parents, bury his siblings, the place left for him. The family unhappy, but he won't be talked out of it.
If I'm being honest, the boss wants us to arrest him before the funeral to avoid a fuss, but I'd like a bit more time.
I have this awful feeling something terrible's going to happen.
They're all dead. I came home and they're all dead.
Whereabouts are you?
65 every street. My family, they're all dead. Hurry up.
The final of Black Hands, next Sunday on 1.
They're all dead.
What do you reckon we're looking at?
Dunno. Murder-suicide?
Well, what about him? What happened at home last night?
Last night, I said I wanted the chainsaw.
What happened to you?
The chainsaw slipped.
Shouldn't have left the chainsaw.
They said that Laniet was a prostitute.
What do you think Mum and Dad would feel if they knew about it? It would break their hearts.
I'm not doing this anymore.
What do you think?
Which room is mine?
They lied to me. They were away. They knew.
The detective said I should call him if we have any worries or concerns.
Well then. Come in.
Sorry to bother you so late.
It's not a problem.
He's upset, of course. We all are. But for the life of me, We just thought if you could talk to him, set our minds at rest.
Where is he?
David, there's somebody to see you.
Hello, David.
Right, well, I'll leave you to it.
I couldn't help it.
You couldn't help what?
Black Hands. They were coming to get them, and I couldn't. I couldn't stop them. If I'd run home, but I couldn't. I don't know who to blame.
I can see three possible scenarios here. One, a stranger came to the house. There's no evidence to support that, and doesn't seem very likely, does it?
No.
Second, it was Dad.
I'd be really disappointed if Dad did it.
And the third possibility is that it was you. I'm confused about something, mate. You told the 111 operator that you knew they were all dead. But since then, you've maintained that you only saw Mum and Dad. Why would that be, David?
I don't know.
Forensics is coming in, and I have to say that the murder-suicide theory isn't stacking up. The gun and silencer were David's, and he had about 1,000 rounds of ammo. The trigger lock had a spare key, but it was in a container on David's desk with a hacky sack balanced on top. Now, would Robin bother replacing it before he went off on a homicidal rampage?
It's possible.
What are the chances of the magazine landing like that, on its narrow edge? Dad was shot in the left temple, but it's the wrong side. He was right-handed. The brothers confirmed that. The only fingerprints on the gun were David's, probably in blood. Stephen fought for his life. OK, Dad's got a couple of scrapes on his knuckles, but David's got bruises on his head and some skin off his knee.
He might have got them later, when he had his fit.
The dress gloves in Stephen's room. Why would Robin need them if the plan was just to shoot himself anyway? The lens in Stephen's room matched the frames by David's bed.
It's all still circumstantial.
Robin's bladder was full. He's 58 years old. It's first thing, and he doesn't even take a piss before shooting everyone and then himself.
Witness saw David near the house at 6:40. Computer turned on 6:44. It's cutting it pretty bloody fine.
Or maybe he shoots them all first. Or most of them. And then he uses the paper round as a cover. Then there's the missing 20 minutes from when he gets home to when he calls emergency. Don't forget about that. What was he doing all of that time?
Where's the motive? He's 22 years old, got his whole life ahead of him. We know Laniet was on the game. A neighbour thinks it was incest between her and the dad.
Yeah, the boss doesn't want us going down that particular rabbit hole.
All the same, if the wife knew, wanted him gone, he could have flipped, taken them all out with him. It's a motive.
Okay. But then why leave David?
Good afternoon.
I'm going out. See ya.
Up home.
Friday comes around.
Yeah, I wanted to congratulate you on the money for the native tree project. Must have pulled some strings. Robin, I should let you know, the stories from some of the children in the newsletter. Parents have complained about the content. They were very violent.
Oh. I thought they were very imaginative.
Yes, it's David Columbine. I took one of your bikes out for a test ride, the Kawasaki 600. No, it went really well. The thing is, I had a crash. Yes, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. But the bike's pretty smashed up.
You're lucky you didn't kill yourself. Or anyone else. A big motorcycle like that, David, how did you think you could even afford it?
Well, I could pay it off.
Well, now you're going to have to, aren't you? And you don't have anything to show for it. Have you got anything to say?
Obviously, we're glad you didn't get injured, but this is just another example, David, of you doing whatever you feel like and not thinking about the consequences. How much do you owe on it?
It was insured.
Or is there an excess on the insurance?
Maybe $2,000. I was thinking you guys could pay it, and I will pay you back.
You need to take responsibility for your own actions. You need to contact the gentleman involved and come to your own arrangements.
I know you've got the money in the bank.
That's not the point, David. You need to grow up.
Your father's right, David. This is about consequences.
David,
What?
is it something to do with school or work?
no.
Just say.
Come on.
David, tell us.
It was a radio competition. I won 2 tickets to the ball at Laniet Castle. And I need someone to go with me.
Harriet would love to go. Wouldn't you, Harriet? Yes?
Great.
Hi. Hey, thanks for coming. That's okay. So, you excited for the ball? Oh my God, yeah, I'm so excited. I love dressing up. Yeah. So, David said you met doing the Tempest?
I was in the orchestra. I wasn't actually sure he even liked me.
Sure he does.
I like him too. He's sensitive. We went to Schindler's List and he actually cried.
Sounds like David.
Hello. It's only me.
Well, doesn't she look gorgeous?
These are Mum's. You can borrow them. And this is also for you.
I'll do it.
Right, we should probably get going. Your chariot awaits.
But it's too early. Yeah.
We're gonna stop somewhere first.
Oh.
You need to go ahead.
Lovely to meet you, Darren. How are the gloves?
Oh, perfect, thank you.
Oh, this is David's father, Robin.
Very pleased to meet you.
You too.
And his brother, Stephen.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, my goodness. What a handsome young man.
Thanks, Mum.
Oh, I know. Why don't we take the photographs in the living room? The lighting's better. Right, David and Harriet, you can go in front of the curtain. Come on, David, quick.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Get in there.
I am, Mum.
Just give Harriet some space.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Put it on. Give her some space.
Oh. 3, 2, 1, smile.
Do you have any plans? I mean, like, what do you want to do with your life?
Oh, singing. Yeah, that's the only thing I know for sure. Want to have an international career in Europe. But Mum needs me here. I'm not so sure.
No, you look sad.
I've just had this big fight with my parents. Yeah. And also, I've got this exam coming up, and it's really hard for me to concentrate when everything else is going on.
If it's so difficult, why don't you just move out?
I'm not ready. Not yet. What do you think about tattoos?
They're kind of gross. Why do you have one?
No.
Hurts a bit, doesn't it?
It's fine.
Tough guy, eh?
His arm's too skinny.
Well, I'm a runner, not a weightlifter, so upper body strength isn't really important. The rose is for my dog, Sasha. She was a great dog, but the council put her down. I'm a music student now. New beginnings. It's all symbolic.
Symbolic, you reckon?
Yeah. When we grew up in Papua New Guinea and chapters in my life since then. How's it looking?
You're the one that's gonna like it. It's for life, darling.
Yeah, my dad would die if he ever saw this.
How are you gonna hide it from him?
He's never gonna see it.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Well, Ara was next door with the kids. David's rehearsing his play and Stephen's at the pool. They're all so busy. We should organise a Friday night sing-along. Bring Laniet.
Yeah, I'll mention it.
Good.
Well, I should rattle my dags.
I hoped that we could talk about the house. I've had some thoughts. But I need you to be here, to be involved.
Yeah, I've got a lot going on with the school at the moment.
I'm trying to move forward for everyone, but I can't do it all on my own.
I'll see what I can do.
Margaret Cullen speaking. Oh, Darren. No, I'm afraid Laniet isn't here.
Barney, how's it?
I've got a job interview.
Come on. We both know how you can earn heaps more money than a straight job.
Well, I don't do that anymore, so
Want to know how I knew you were here?
don't tell me. You're psychic.
Ah, I called your mum.
Why would you do that?
Because the phone I lent you's disconnected. She said you're out at Tyree Beach with your dad. Weird, considering all the heavy shit you told me.
Did you talk to my dad? What did you say to him?
Where's my phone, Lani?
Leave me alone.
It's cool. Let's go back to my place, Have a spliff? Maybe talk about how you can pay me back?
I told you I've got a job interview.
After. Or do you want me to call your parents again?
I leave it on the dot.
I brought muffins. Too sweet, too savoury.
You're not wearing your glasses.
Yeah, well, I tripped and fell at my music teacher's house.
Have you tried contact lenses?
Oh.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I've got a pair of my mum's old glasses for driving, but I don't really need to use them. Thanks for asking me over.
Well, it sounded serious, and the music department is not exactly private.
Did you know about Harriet and that she was seeing someone else? Like, we went to the ball and to Schindler's List, and I just didn't realize we were kind of just going as friends. Felt like a bit of an idiot, not knowing. I guess it's just about hard for me to trust. At the Symphonia last Saturday, remember when I was sitting with Harriet?
I mean, I kind of had my hands full playing percussion.
Yeah, well, I blacked out, like, for most of the second movement, like 20 minutes, in some kind of trance. It's hard for me to explain. I've got this public face, which is all, like, smiley and jokey, but I've also got this really serious face, you know? They're so different. Sometimes I don't even know which one is the real me.
Do you want more coffee?
Yeah. I have this awful feeling that something terrible's gonna happen.
Sorry, I can't give you a lift. I've got a few things.
Oh, it's not a problem.
Every silver lining has a cloud.
This fuss about the kids' stories. They should be more worried about the films and television they let their children watch.
Yeah, I agree. Oh. There's the power man I have to have a word with.
Okay, I'll see you Monday.
No doubt. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too.
I'd like the bill changed to the Board of Trustees. Is that possible?
That shouldn't be a problem. Are you moving?
Back to town, possibly. Either way, I'd like to get it sorted. Something's come up and I need someone to cover for me. Next week, I'm afraid. No, that's not your fault. I'll try someone else. Thank you.
it's not saying concrete, but yeah, we're definitely looking for a flat. Are you still interested?
Yeah, for sure. I just have some stuff to sort out first.
I probably won't be until next year.
Do you think everyone's reasonably tidy?
Oh, well, fair enough question. No, don't worry. I would say we're all pretty good at cleaning.
Great, yeah. Oh, my brother's here. I should... But like I said, I am interested. I just can't say for sure yet.
We got plenty of time. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, I'll be working most of it. But I'll see you Monday.
You will?
Great. You okay?
No. Mid-year exams are freaking me out.
Oh, don't stress it.
Yeah, well, it's easy for you to say. You're good at exams.
Only because I study for them.
I try my best. Like our production of Oedipus, I'm the only one holding it together, and my teacher even says so, and if I don't pass, I don't get any credit for it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, okay, great. Well, I'll see you then.
I have explained to them over and over.
I should probably go. Okay. Well, thank you once again. Okay, bye. That was Wallace, the director of Summer Shakespeare.
I have received yet another letter from the council about the runoff from the roof. You told me you were going to sort it. Oh, never mind. I need to talk to your father.
What's that got to do with him? Coming. What's going on?
Well, you know, Stephen was in trouble with the police.
Don't tell me, not again.
Lord, your face. The police have sent your brother a very nice letter. Dear Stephen, just a quick note to let you know how pleased I am that you have been doing well and behaving yourself.
Well, good one.
No, I haven't finished. One of the best things that can happen in my job is when someone who has been in trouble works really hard and manages to keep out of trouble. Keep up the good work, my friend. And this is signed Senior Sergeant John Robinson.
Does that mean I'm out of chores today?
Chance would be a fine thing. You too, Dave. You can help your father with the spouting.
But I've got to study.
It won't do you any harm to spend a few hours helping out.
Right, David, you got another piece there? The shortest one, please. David. No, the shortest one. That's the longest one. I want the shortest one, David.
Okay.
Look out!
Fine.
Go and get your mother's glasses, for goodness sake.
Well, I can see, I just didn't know what you meant.
Nothing is so simple that it can't be screwed up. Let's try that again, shall we?
How goes the work?
Well, I still think it's a waste of time.
Well, it's just to keep the council off our backs until the plans are approved.
Yes, your dad and I have decided we're going to renovate the house in stages, rather than knocking it all down at once.
But what about the sanctuary? And the dome and all the plans?
Well, we need to be realistic.
Well, I can't help out tomorrow. And neither can Stephen. We're both doing the polar plunge at St Kilda.
Ah, I'll take you.
I've already planned to meet some friends.
His girlfriend.
Okay, Stephen, leave your brother alone. Well, I need the car in the morning, so you'll have to go with your father.
Just gonna go study.
Laniet, how are you? Not great. Then pretty shit, actually. I heard you're staying out with your dad. Is that okay for you? Mum wrote me a really neat letter today about how she loves me and she wants me to come home. But how can I, after everything? He can't keep doing what he's doing.
Who do you mean? Your dad?
I got a job today. Went in for the interview and the guy pretty much straight away said I was perfect. Start on Monday.
Hey, that's great. Isn't it?
Except for all this bullshit. I need to tell Mum and Dad. A fresh start. It's what I need to do. Drop the bomb. Boom. Hey, wanna get a drink or?
I can't. I'm supposed to be somewhere.
Another time.
Sure. See ya. See ya.
Oh, Adoration.
This is lovely. I wasn't sure you were staying.
That's the plan.
Well, there's some fish in the microwave, and David can pop down and get some chips. Oh, how was the swim? I bet it was freezing.
It was fine.
Lani, hi.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm just heading out. I'll see you all later.
Where are you going?
Babysitting.
But we're having a family meal, and Laniet has something she wanted to say.
Sorry. Can we do it tomorrow?
Hello.
Oh, you missed the beginning. It's really interesting. Harriet lent it to us.
But the best part? A cheetah was chasing an antelope, caught it, then ate it.
Gross.
What time is it?
Oh, nearly 1:30.
Oh, our program's starting.
But we're watching this.
Well, we can watch it another night.
Might go to bed.
Don't be such a spoiled sport.
I'm not. I've got to get up early. Dad. Can you leave the chainsaw this week?
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, well, I'll be careful.
No.
But I need it.
You're far too clumsy. I think we've established that.
Okay, enough. Our program's starting. Night. Night. Don't forget to clean your teeth.
Well, I better go.
Hey, can I talk to you now, please?
Hiya. What's going on?
There's fish in the microwave. But I don't know if they left you any chips.
I'm okay, I've had something. Night.
Night.
What do we do now, Margaret?
Well, it's Sunday night. So someone needs to drive to the ATM to pay the credit card.
Yeah, probably for the best.
What are you doing?
anyone there? No, please don't. Please. Please don't.
Every street. 65 Every Street. They're all dead. My family, they're all dead. Hurry up. Bane.
Okay, we're on our way.
Hurry up.
You right there, David?
Yeah. Just want to get this sorted so I can get on with my life.
Thanks for coming in.
Got a problem?
David?
Hi. What's this about?
Constable? Perhaps you could take Mr. Clark for a cup of tea. Sir? Do you know why you're here, David?
Not really, no.
David Bain? I'm speaking to you about the murders of Robin Bain, Margaret Bain, Ottawa Bain, Laniet Bain, and Stephen Bain. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be recorded and given in evidence in court. You have the right to speak with a lawyer without delay and in private before deciding whether to answer any questions. If you cannot afford a lawyer, please have a list of lawyers you may speak to for free. Do you understand what I've just said, David?
I want a lawyer.
We'll organise that. Is there anything you'd like to say, David?
I'm not guilty.
All right, ladies. Stephen, you stand next to Ottawa. Dave, you joining us? Next to Laniet. Yeah. Right. The Bains against the world.
Everything that lives has its time on this planet. But sometimes people only get a little bit of time. Last night something very sad happened.
What did she do?
All the bodies found inside the house, they've all been injected with something.
Did she see anything to you?
There's nothing.
Did you love your wife, Tom?
Yes.
The One miniseries, Deadwater Fell, starts next Sunday on One.